a latent breed of man emerges from the pits of hell to terrorize women. Some philosophers like to call these men hobosexuals because they have one single ability: laying top-tier pipes in your foundation for the prospects of a hot shower, warm meal, and a place to lay their head at night. And you may think it would be a good idea to have a plumber around the house, but Savannah, he's actually not a plumber. He's an unserious man who can't commit to anything until he hits you up once the city falls below 50 degrees. And someone asked me, where do these men go when they don't have a place to stay in the spring and summer? And the answer is, back to bother his baby mama who almost moved on during the winter. It's like he has a heat-seeking missile that senses as soon as she hits submit on TurboTax. But that nigga will go ghost every time she asks him about a winter coat and the babies ask about a gift under the tree. So ladies, stay away from this man, because the only thing he's going to provide around the house is a bad case of BV and a baby to anchor him onto your lease. JC Carter out.
Hopeless romantic society.
You let a nigga come over one time, all of a sudden he texting every day, I'm finna come to the house. Why you keep saying the house, the house? You don't live here. This is my house. And you're not finna keep inviting yourself over.
Unemployed and horny people are always wanting blowjobs and hand jobs. Bitch, you should be worried about the fact that you have no job with your unemployed ass.
I got a friend pregnant, so my baby mama kicked me out. I visit our son, slip powdered peanuts into her food. She gets ill and begs me to stay overnight to babysit. I hate triggering my ex's allergies just for a place to stay, but she won't help me out. Advice? Sir, go to hell. Go to hell. So let me get this straight. You got her friend pregnant. She kicks you out. So in order for you to have a warm bed and a warm meal, you decide to activate her allergies, knowing that she's allergic to peanuts. That could have been fatal, and your ass would have been to jail. All because your homeless ass needs somewhere to stay? You couldn't stay with the friend that you got pregnant? Bum.
The first sign is that the relationship is moving too quickly. It's at warp speed. Y'all just started dating and he or she is contemplating and is ready to move in with you. Y'all need to be really dating and in a relationship with somebody for a long time, not within the first month or two. The second sign is when you're on a dating app, they'll ask you, can you host? And if you say no, that's a big no for them. Thumbs down. They want to find someone with an apartment. They're apartment hunting on dating apps. If they just want to hook up, they need to be clear about it. But the third sign is that they're financially unstable. They don't have a job, or they're forever switching jobs. Like they cannot keep a steady job. And don't get me wrong, there's people who have a hard time finding a job, but if you're dating them for like a long time, or you're in a relationship with them for a long time and you notice that like they're not going out to look for a job, they're not motivated to find the job, they don't have any money, but they're expecting you to pay everything for them and expecting you to give them stuff, that's a really big red flag, and you shouldn't be ignoring that. The fourth sign is they do not want you to know anything about their past. They don't want you to know where they lived before. They have no last known address. They don't tell you where they worked before, who it is that they were dating. They have a habit of never being single because they don't want you to find out anything about them. They don't want you to find out the truth or talk to someone and then they tell you or warn you about them. And you should be very concerned. Not concerned, very concerned. They're also really big cheaters. They don't want you talking to anybody, but they could talk to whoever it is they want because they need a backup. They need someplace to stay in case the relationship between the both of y'all don't work out. The fifth sign is that they always come up with a sob story for everything. Bad luck follows them everywhere. Negative things are always happening to them. Their last ex drained them out financially, left them in debt. They don't want to go back home because they have issues at home. They are always being terminated from all their jobs because they want you to believe them. But then when you actually do, and then you're in the relationship for a while, you start to realize that none of those things really even happened. And the last thing, this is really important. It's hard to get them to leave. Even if you're like dating one and they come over, it's hard to tell them to go back home. They come up with a story that they need to stay with you for a couple days, and when you don't allow it, they start to manipulate you. They gaslight you. They cut you off because you're not giving them an opportunity. You're not giving them a place to stay. And that to me is disturbing because they're invading your personal space. Your boundaries need to be in place when it comes to these people, because if you let them walk all over you, you're just gonna let them keep doing it and keep doing it. The whole purpose of this video is just mainly to spread awareness so that you guys can be safe. Meet in a public place. Don't meet at, some place where it's private, like at your house. Don't tell them where you live. Don't open up to them until you really get to know them, because these people will manipulate and try to take advantage of you, and they're not safe and they're disturbing people.
First date, and the guy walks me home, and when we get to my apartment, he's like, oh, can I come up? And I'm like, absolutely not. Why would you think that you could even come up? I literally do not know you. And he goes, oh, well, because I just thought you would want me to see where I'd be spending a lot of time. I was like, what do you mean you'll be spending a lot of time? And he was like, I mean, like, since I planned on dating you, like, I can just spend a lot of time at your apartment, you know, since you work in office sometimes, I work in office, we can commute together, we can do this, we can do that. And all I'm hearing is this man needs a place to sleep. And I look at him and I go, are you a hobosexual? And he goes, what's a hobosexual? I was like, a person that literally dates girls so that he has a place to stay. And he was like, no, I have my own place. And I was like, okay, so why don't you go home?
Ladies, there is a chill in the air, so you already know what this means. It is now the beginning of hobosexual season. All of those men who were on the block all summer are going to be pretending to like you to secure a warm place to sleep through the fall, winter, and early spring. Do not move a dusty into your space. It will not go well for you. These men are trying to secure housing. No, not by saving up and getting their own, by pretending to like y'all. Those men in your DMs who suddenly loop back around to restart the conversation with you, they are hobosexuals and hoping that they can romance you enough to let them come stay with you. Do not let it happen. Say no to homosexuals.
You know, there's one huge red flag when it comes to dating that I don't think enough people talk about. And that to me is men who come to you and they're already in need of your resources. You just met this man and all of a sudden he's telling you about how his roommates are doing this and that, and he might need a place to stay real soon, and he may have to stay with you. I just met you, sir. A man who already is looking at your pockets, might need money, might need to borrow money, and you've only been dating him for a short amount of time, might need to borrow your car for a little bit because his is acting up or in the shop. A man who just met you and already has his eyes on something that you have might be using you. Some men aren't looking for love, they're looking for help, and they're also looking to get access to your resources. If you ever want to know if a man's intentions towards you are pure, test him. When in doubt, try him out, okay? Tell him no. If you feel like he's using you for your body, tell him, you don't feel comfortable having sex right now, so you're going to have to cut it off. And see if the romantic relationship is still being pursued. Tell him you can't let him borrow your car anymore, that you can't let him borrow any money anymore, that he can't stay with you. When you tell a man no, then you get to see what he's really made of. Because if he's truly interested in you, wanting to get to know you, wanting to be with you, that shouldn't be a deal breaker. But as you don't want a man who only wants to be with you as long as you're telling yes to everything he wants from you, as long as you're giving him everything that he wants, as long as he's able to overstep the boundaries. No, you need to be able to tell him no and then take a step back and see how he reacts. If the calls start slowing down, if all the good morning, beautiful texts start to dry up, okay, if your phone is dry all of a sudden and you're like, he was ringing my phone up, then you realize he was using the relationship to get other things from you. Some men know that you want to be in a relationship so bad, they will test to see how desperate you are by asking you for more and more and more as early as possible. A man who wants to be with you, a man who wants to provide for you, eventually, he won't feel comfortable asking you for anything up front. He'd rather struggle. He would rather use his last couple of dollars to take you out on a date. He would rather do all those things to keep having to ask you and have you think for even a millisecond that he's trying to use you. But a man who's asking you for all kinds of things when you just met him, he's testing you. He wants to see how desperate you are. He will see how far you will let him go. It's how low can you go? It's the relationship limbo. He wants to know, will you let me have your car? Can I borrow your car? Okay, great. My phone's about to get cut off and I don't want to not be able to call you. Can you help me with the phone bill? Like when he starts asking you for stuff like that early on, he's testing you to see your level of desperation. Tell him no, okay? Cut him off with a quickness if you have any doubt. Like I said, when in doubt, try him out.
If a man trying to move in with you so fast, he trying to get away from that woman that he's staying with, he gonna lie to you, say he's staying with his cousin, staying with his mama, staying with his brother. No. He's staying with a woman, and that woman want him to do something. She want him to help her with them bills around there, and he don't want to do it no more. He probably started off doing everything, and he stopped. Once he get close enough to you, he gonna start doing everything for you. And when you want to leave him alone, he gonna manipulate you I paid your bills, I helped you with your bills, you helped me halfway. You didn't help me all the way. There's a big difference. He gonna do you the same way. He gonna make you think that he everything, take you out spending money here and there. You gonna think you got something. And all of a sudden, he gonna change. And if you a slow woman that don't know any better, you will fall with it just to get what you want. Don't deal with men like that. It's a lot of them ain't got nowhere to stay, and they will stay with you.
I have 3 different men hinted towards moving in to my house. I guess it must be homosexual season. And none of these individuals have any reason to believe that there is a possibility that they could move in. And what I mean by that is, y'all, I'm dating. I've had up to maybe 4 dates with one individual. They didn't make it past that. And nobody's really making it past like a couple dates at this point. And sometimes they don't even make it to the first date. I get asked out all the time. And at this point, like, I'm having to figure out, like, at this point, it's a little excessive. So I have other things to do besides entertain this foolishness. So anyway, I go out when I go out, and it's, but it's also in, like, ain't nobody coming over to my house. There's no intimacy as far as physical meaning. Like, okay, yes, make conversations to be intimate, but that's it. I've had a couple of conversations around marriage of me, and I'm like, what does that even, why? And I'm assuming that's around homosexualism, sexuality. And I was talking to this one guy, and I'm just being, I'm in a place, first of all, there will never be a time where a man will ever move in with me again in my entire life. That is an absolute positively no. Can I move in with him? Yes. Could we buy a residence together? Yes. But even with that being said, I was having this conversation with this guy. I actually liked him. I thought our mindsets were in a very similar place. And I was like, and I could tell from how he was older too. He was like, I asked him, I said, would you consider, if you had gotten married or have said partnership or whatever, maintaining 2 different residences? He was like, yeah. And that's the place I am in. As far as, like, I would rather be, like, I'm not saying we can't spend the night and stuff like that, but having my own space, not having to deal with anybody else, not having to cater to anybody else's needs, I feel really amazing about that. I love it. I love that for me. I love it for me. And as a person who has kind of been in these, serial long-term relationships, like, it is so nice to hear my own thoughts without anybody interrupting them. And that's no shade to any, might be shade, whatever. But yeah, but no one knows me to the point that they should be hinting at moving in. No one has visited said new place. No one has barely felt, no one has felt a booty cheek at this point. And that's maybe a little bit, but like, that's probably as far as anything, like, because they the wandering hands. But other than that, like, when I say the amount of nothingness, like, most aren't making it to a certain point. When I tell you, I feel like everybody is crashing out. Now, the amazing thing for me is that I really be dating for fun and not for, I'm not looking for anything, I guess, if that makes sense. And I like when I am entertained. I like when someone can entertain me. And sometimes they are entertaining, even in their foolishness. Because the audacity is an amazing thing to watch in motion or whatever. But yeah, it is very interesting. And I'm not saying all the guys have been like that. But I would say 1 out of 4 to 1 out of 5 And y'all, yes, I have been on a lot of dates. I had to slow it down because my time was being, I was like, this is too much time because it takes me a long time to get ready, especially because I move slow. But it is homosexual season.
When I was homeless in LA, when I didn't want to sleep, if I didn't know where I was going to sleep and I wanted a place to sleep, I would go on Tinder and I would, talk to girls, and I would just stay at Tinder girls' houses like all the time.
How many nights in a month?
Endless nights, man. As many as I...
Oh, my darlings, I'm going to look you in the eye when I say this, okay? As someone who has once ousted a homosexual myself, let me tell you, it is their season and they're out here ready to win. Keep your doors locked, put a padlock on it, okay? Put a sledgehammer behind it, put your couch behind your door. Do not invite men to your house. They would not leave. It's their season. As a matter of fact, if you're not in a relationship by October 1st, don't bother getting into one until March 31st. It's also tax return seasons. So they're looking for successful women. The days of women being gold diggers are long gone. These men are the new gold diggers. Do not house a man. Don't invite a man to your house. They will get comfortable so fast. They will open up the fridge. They will drink your last glass of wine. They will start bossing you around your own house. They will start telling you what to fix. Let the homosexuals stay outside.
You better be staying on high alert because the homosexuals are about to come out the woodworks. That man does not miss you. He does not care about you. He cold and hungry and needs somewhere to lay his head for the wintertime, okay? Stop falling for all that nonsense that he be giving you every damn season. And tax season right around the corner. And if y'all got kids, forget about it. He waiting for that damn payout. You better not give that man no money either, talking about he gonna flip it. Flip what? He hasn't been able to flip nothing all year. What makes you think he about to flip this? Can't say I didn't warn you. You decide to do it anyway. That's on you. You better not let that man back in your house. Why? So you can get pregnant in February and then you struggling to kick him out again in March? Cut it out. Now you got a new baby in November. Stop it.
A man that I just met, that I spent maybe 8 hours with, just asked me to buy him a tire.
Yeah, so not to brag or anything, but I'm pretty sure I have the best story. A man asked to move into my house on our first date.
That's a real quick no.
So we match on Tinder, and after like a few days of talking, he's like, let's go to dinner. Cool. So we go to dinner at a Mexican place. Everything goes well. We're having a great conversation. He's like, oh, I really don't want this to end. Let's go see a movie. I'm not a fan of a movie on a first date, but I really wanted to see Doctor Strange. So I'm like, okay, cool. Go to the movies, have a great time. He's like, oh, let's go have a drink. It's still relatively early, so I'm cool with it. Go have a drink. This is where things get weird. So we're sitting down, we're having a drink. He gets a message, his phone dings, and his whole mood changes. So I'm like, hey, you okay? He's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, cool. Well, we can just head out if you want to. He's like, oh no, honestly, I just need somewhere to stay. Immediately my face is like, the fuck? Really? So I try not to show that though. So I'm just like, what's going on? What's wrong? He's like, I just don't want to talk about it. I'm like, okay, well, honestly, I don't feel comfortable with that. He doesn't make a fuss. He drops some money on the table and walks out. And I never saw that man again. I think about it all the time. What I really think happened though, I think he was like on the date and somebody spotted him and maybe sent a picture to his girlfriend or something and he got put out. Or he just wanted to have sex with me. Or he was just a homosexual.
Hobosexual, a person that enters into relationships to avoid being homeless.
Looking for somewhere to stay. Because it was like it was getting cold. It was getting cold around that time. So he probably just needed somewhere warm to be. But I don't know. I think about it all the time. But I guess we'll never know.
And yes, men will love bomb you so they can live with you. I don't know why y'all don't get that. Y'all think because the man always want to come see you, always want to be around you, always want to pull up on you and be with you with everything you got going on, asking you all these questions. That man has an ulterior motive. He is trying to find his next resting stop. He is trying to find his next rock to hide up under. He's homeless. He's homeless. And I said this in my last video. Y'all be so male-centered to the point that y'all don't even see the red flags. A man that's always coming to your house always getting in your mix, want to do whatever you want to do, want to hang around you all the time, inviting you places, and I'll meet you at your house. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I just got us some food, and I'm finna come to your house and bring you this. Inviting themselves to your house, and then asking you questions that shouldn't even need to ask you. Like, I remember I had a motherfucker come to my house, and he was like, looking in my closet. He was looking outside, checking out the neighborhood and all this other stuff. And he was just asking me these crazy questions. He was just looking like, why was you in my closet? Why was you in my closet? Was you trying to see if I had enough space for your shit? Like, no, y'all do not be seeing shit. Y'all don't have no type of discernment. And it really scares the fuck out of me. And then y'all be letting these men stay over, leaving their clothes, leaving their items. A motherfucker got one day to leave something at my house. If you do not come get that shit the next day, that shit is gonna be trash. Don't nobody live in my space but me. Don't nobody leave shit in my house but me. This is not a refuge. A lot of these niggas look at you guys as fucking refugee camps and sanctuaries. Like, niggas be homeless, and bold at it too. Like, they be homeless, and then they would try to like stigmatize you. First of all, bitch, ain't no dick that good to make me want to let a nigga live in my house. A nigga that ain't even paying you. Like, nigga don't even come off the gate paying your bills, and y'all be like, oh, we just link so much, we just vibe so good. Yeah, I'm gonna let him live with me. Bitch, who raised you? Who fucking raised you? Y'all meet a nigga in 3 to 5 business days, he live with you. And y'all be talking about lesbians and how lesbians do shit. You bitches be doing shit too. You merit center bitches. You insecure bitches. You bitches that just can't be by yourselves. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all be letting these niggas trick you. Nigga ain't got nothing but 3 drawers and 2 pair of shoes, and you gonna let him live in your house. You gonna keep letting him come over. He got 5 pair of jeans and 2 pair of shirts. 2 shirts. You know what I'm talking about. But it's like, what? The only thing that nigga do is get a haircut and stand outside all day. Every time he call you, he outside. Every time he call you, he in front of a building or somewhere, probably trying to get the free Wi-Fi because his phone off. And then y'all be like, oh, that's just his trap phone. Shut the fuck up. No, bitch, he is trapped in poverty. Like, y'all got to get it together. Y'all got to start seeing the signs before it's too late, and a nigga in your house and beat your ass, and you can't even get him to leave because, bitch, the southern law say once a motherfucker spinning out at your house, they are a resident, and you have to formally evict them out your house. Do y'all not know that? They don't even got to get mail at your house. If a motherfucker stay at your house for 1 or 2 days, they live there. They live there, and you have to get them evicted about your shit. Stop letting people come to your house. Fuck.
This needs to be said. If you're my homegirl and you're engaging in any level of sexual contact with a man, do not ever ask me for a monetary favor. The answer won't be no. The answer's gonna be hell no.
I posted a video yesterday about how nobody falls in love faster than a narcissist who needs a place to live, and a bunch of people started responding that it's called a hobosexual. So it looks like I learned a new term yesterday. Please like and follow for more.